production history of Meekatharra around, particularly at Paddy's Flat specifically. Last time I added it up was about 2.3 million ounces, and then if you include further south around Yallaginda and Bluebird, another 1.2. So you're looking at about 3.5 million ounces, and that was a couple of years ago. So I'd say it's north of that now. So in the order of 3.5 to 4 million ounces of historical recorded production. So it's a really significant field. The important thing there, particularly with Paddy's Flat, is that the area that we're now exploring at Ironbark South is the eastern analogy to the Paddy's Flat stratigraphy. So the stratigraphy wraps right up and around the syncline there. And this is the first time that we've actually started systematic exploration in the equivalent of the Paddy's Flat stratigraphy. So the recent discoveries there with the geochemical targets is very exciting and sets us in an important position, exciting position for 2023. Super busy year for Great Boulder, our busiest year to date, and some of the key numbers around that, we've done over 60,000 metres of drilling this year, the majority of which was at Sidewell. And importantly, just over half of that was RC and diamond, all at Sidewell. So more than 30,000 metres of RC and diamond drilling at Sidewell. And it's not all about metres or number of holes, of course, it's what you discover. But I think it's fair to say that throughout the course of the year, we've had a steady stream of extremely high-grade gold discoveries, mainly at Mulgabill and east of Mulgabill, and then more recently at Ironbark. So we've really firmed up the Mulgabill area in particular. We've started defining some high-grade structures right down the south end at Flagpole, where we still have to do a lot more work there to figure out exactly what's going on. And perhaps even more importantly, the Ironbark discovery is the first time we've found an orogenic gold position and mineralisation basically coming to surface without any depletion zones. So although Ironbark is smaller, and we should have a mineral resource estimate on it shortly, the significance of it is it's an immediate open pit target, and with high grade intersections up to 10 and 12 grams a tonne at depth, it does also appear to have underground potential. So pretty exciting stuff. We're obviously looking to find more of those. Aside from drilling, our exploration target has really started to be fleshed out significantly in the last few months. And again, that's the Ironbark South area. And from an HR perspective, this time last year, we were a team of 3 to 4 people. And now we've got 12 technical staff, including myself. So we have a permanent presence on the ground at Meekatharra. And that's allowed us to do a hell of a lot more work in the field than we have done in previous years. So a big growth year. I think it's fair to say from a shareholder perspective, while we have enjoyed excellent technical success and project growth throughout the year, it has been a fairly tough investing environment since probably the start of May. And we realise that obviously the share price has pretty much traded sideways since then, and hasn't been a lot of fun for shareholders. So we really appreciate people's patience and emphasise the fact that all this work has gone into putting the company in an extremely good position for 2023. 2023 is looking to be pretty exciting. Firstly, aside from Sidewell, we're expecting the Wellington project to be granted shortly early in 2023 and hopefully in January. So there are no further hurdles to that happening. We've signed a land access agreement with the traditional owners there and established a really good positive relationship with that group. So we should be active on the ground fairly early in the calendar year, weather conditions permitting. But at Sidewell itself, the next big step there is releasing or estimating and then releasing our maiden mineral resource estimate. So that will really draw a line under all the work that we've done to date and put a number of ounces on that on all those discoveries there, defined by drilling. We'll then use that mineral resource estimate as a foundation for work going forward, obviously growing the resource and looking for new discoveries. So we'll really be fleshing out our exploration pipeline and explaining that as we go through, testing each of the prospects in that pipeline and hopefully making new discoveries. So by this time next year, I hope to be talking to investors about significantly expanded mineral resource as we work to flesh out what we think is the company making potential at Sidewell. So I've said now for a long time that I thought it was a million ounce potential project. I think we're going to demonstrate that we're significantly advanced towards that target. And as we move through next year, we'll be continuing to flesh that out and deliver on that promise. So Sidewell itself continues to be a company making project, and Wellington left field, complete blue sky there, but we'll be looking to emulate the success of Rumble and Strickland in their respective discoveries there. So busy year ahead. Looking ahead into 2023, I think things in the broader macroeconomic context, things are really well set up for a recovery in the gold price next year. And when that starts to happen, there'll be a return of investor sentiment towards gold producers, and the companies who are currently seen as being undervalued will be an attractive target for investment. Once people are set in production, I think the next question is which exploration companies would you want to own as an investor? And I think it's, arguably Great Boulder is one of the best positioned undervalued gold exploration stories in the market. So given what we aim to deliver in the first quarter of next year with the mineral resource and all the exploration potential that we're outlining in the year ahead, I think Great Boulder is a really attractive investment proposition for 2023. So once the gold price starts to recover and sentiment returns to the market, I think it'll be on for young and old, and it should be a good year ahead. So on that note, I'd like to wish all our shareholders a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year. Thank you.